Hello and welcome to Pastor Billy Joe Hillbilly's Tidbits, episode 11. I've talked about this before, but I'm sure it's part of a long-winded, rambling video, which is that's what I do. That's how I roll, baby. But I wanted to take just that piece of the video and restate it. So for those that are only going to watch like the little short things, the tidbits, that they can hear it and contemplate it. And this is really sort of directed specifically at Christians. And I've stated this before, but I want to restate it. That some of my videos, I kind of speaking to, non-Christians, non-believers. And in some of my videos, I'm really addressing Christians. Just, if you have any doubts, ask me, I guess. Post it in the comments. Who are you talking to? Most of the things I say can sort of apply to pretty much anybody. But it's, to non-believers and Christians who have doubts, or Christians who maybe they're getting ready to go and speak to somebody about their faith, and maybe they just kind of need a few pointers, a few suggestions, a little advice. So anyway, for today, or for this video at least, this moment, I want to talk about the 3 questions that Christians should ask God when they meet Him. Or, after all the hoopla of, Judgment Day and all that stuff, after all that's said and done, and it's time you can just, relax and talk, just chat for a little bit. Here are the 3 questions. You're in heaven. I want you to ask Jesus. I want you to say, Lord, are there people here in heaven because you spoke through me? Because you spoke to them through me, that I had some effect on their lives that led them ultimately to you, and therefore to here, to heaven. My thought is probably most are going to hear the same thing. No, nobody. That would be really, really sad. Now, I'm sure, there's going to be quite a number of people going to hear, yes, you've touched many lives, or, through you, I touched many lives. And they are here indirectly, or, because of you. I'm sure there's going to be a number of people that hear those things. But there's going to be a whole lot of people that call themselves Christian that aren't going to hear that. They're going to hear, sorry, you didn't do a lot of work. You kind of got slack. You got saved, and then you kind of coasted. You popped her in neutral and just hoped that gravity would take you the rest of the way. But after you've asked that question, then, and this one's really, this is boy. Ask the Lord how many people could be there had you got up off your lazy arse. Oh, I didn't want to say arse. You could tell, couldn't you? You know what I wanted to say. You could hear my thoughts. You must be clairvoyant. I wanted to say bottom. Okay. No, that's not what I wanted to say. You know what I wanted to say. Anyway, Ask the Lord how many people could be there had you spoken to them. It could have been a couple of minutes out of your day. It could have been a smile. I mean, you don't know what kind of impact you could have on people. Do you have any clue? I mean, really, do you know how much it means for just somebody to smile at me? Boy, I'm sad. Kind of funny, I live here in the sticks. And growing up, I don't care where you found yourself. If you're out on the street walking or whatever, if someone passes you, you throw up a hand. Period. You wave. You always greet people. You always say howdy or morning or whatever. You know what I mean? But it ain't like that. Not anymore, it ain't. Anyway, so ask the Lord how many people could be there had you just taken a few minutes out of your day and spoken to them, told them you loved them. And if they ask why you say that, you say, I love you because God loves me. Anyway, finally though, if you've gotten good news so far. It's all right. You're in the average kind of. Oh my goodness, push it a little harder, push a little further, go a little more, go a little long, go a little longer. So Lord, is there anybody in hell? Not that I could have saved or could have been saved through me had I, said something to them or taken time out of my busy day. But ask him if there's anyone there that's really there because of you. Not because you didn't do something, but they're there because of something you did. You see, and I'm not going to turn this into some ridiculously long-winded, I'll be brief. There are people in this world that I've met that have called themselves Christian that have been so vile and detestable, that have hurt me so deeply because of barely significant anythings. Hints, rumors, lies, half-truths. That honestly sometimes I wonder if I don't want to go to hell. Don't think I'm saying that. But sometimes there's been Christians that I've met that I wonder how I could possibly stand to be around them for all of eternity in heaven. I have had the thought. There's a few that I've thought, I'm going to go up to them and say, go to heaven. And if you do, and when you do, I hope I go somewhere else. That's the most horrible kind of thought in the world, isn't it? That there are people in this world, there are people in this world that call themselves Christian that are so not Christian that they are having exactly the opposite effect on people. And that is friggin' pathetic. Yeah, I was actually thinking frigging. No, not the real ugly word. So, think about that. Will there be people in heaven indirectly, of course, but because of you, because of the positive that you've put out there? Are there going to be some in hell that could have been in heaven? Are there going to be some in hell because of you? That'd be a pretty horrible thought. Really, think about it. Someone's eternity destroyed. Their eternity being complete pain, misery, horror, just beyond understanding because of you, because something you did, or something you could have done to save them. That's a scary thought.